I'm 39 years old. I'm from Mexico. I used to live before in Mexico. Now I live in Bali, in Indonesia.
Nice.
Already living 6 years abroad, 6 years here in Bali.
Right, right. Okay, and so let's talk about the work that we did together. First things first, I want to ask you is what was the situation like before we met? So, what was it that you were going through?
Okay, I was going through a breakup, and also I was going through a time of uncertainty about my work. So
Right,
I was dealing with a breakup, and I was dealing with my financial and work situation
right.
at
It's
the same
you
time.
often comes together, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hear that. And so, if you can, please tell me, how did that make you feel? Like, what were you unable to do that you wished you could, and maybe what negative impact did it have on you or people around you? All that happened.
Well, mostly my mind is like running around different type of thoughts. I don't know which direction, or I don't know what is correct, what is wrong, what I'm supposed to do. So it's like the mind running in the same spaces.
Right.
But also, then when I met you and I started to talk to you, well, it's important that somebody else help you to navigate in a certain direction. But the
Right.
most important thing, the contact that I have with you, and I repeat this often to you, make me feel safe. So I think
Mhm.
one of the most important things when we are struggling with uncertainty is to feel safe, which is quite difficult to feel. So I think once we feel safe, then clarity comes. So I think that was before, and that's how I feel today. Mm.
Great to hear. Great to hear. And so, if I may ask you, just for people watching this, how did you find me? Like, how did you hear about what I'm doing? What was the circumstance? I'm letting you just to say it because that was interesting.
Well, it was a really interesting situation, because actually I met you in real life, no,
Mm,
and it was just a situation where we were in a restaurant, and then we sit down next to each other, and with the I don't know, after a few couple of minutes we start to talk, and I think it's a matter of energy.
mm,
All of a sudden we start, or I start to be way more open towards you, because that's how I felt, no, our conversation in the way that unfolds. And then the conversation we had, I noticed right away, well, that you could help me in the way you were asking me questions, in the way you was uh, yeah, in the way you managed also the conversation, I would say. That's when I felt that I knew that you could help me, and this is why we are here, because honestly, it's still helping me a lot.
right. Thank you very much for saying that. I mean, it
Mm.
feels like we did together one, two sessions, and obviously there might be more to come. But when you look at those two sessions, what were your thoughts when you were going through the process? Were there any doubts, any fears about it when we were in the process?
One of the things, no, I think I didn't have a fear. Maybe
Mhm.
fear in my life, yes, no. Uh, but during the sessions, what I like and what honestly helps me a lot is, during these sessions you have different techniques, different exercises, or different practices that makes me feel also safe.
Hmm.
It's not just talking, it's not like a regular counseling, it's not like a regular therapy. I will say that it's way more than that. I receive more than what I expect, honestly. uh, um, the hypnosis, the meditations, the tapping, all those kind of exercises, and in the way we perform, in the way you drive the session, all those kind of things are the things that makes me feel that I'm going towards the perfect way of doing things.
Mm.
So my experience during the sessions makes me feel really comfortable, and I think most important is after the sessions, I feel, or that I still having, that still. It's not that we finish the session and then I feel bad again. No, no, no.
Right.
Is We finished the session and I kept something inside myself that continue, and that helps me to face daily life.
Yes, yes. We were talking about some resources that
Mm.
you kept, some symbols, some visualizations. Yeah, that was very cool. But
Yeah,
actually,
correct.
by answering it the way that you did, I'm now looking at a couple of questions that I had prepared. You actually answered many of them. I want to ask you this one, and that is, okay. So there was a before we met, and then now where you are sitting. What
Mm.
positive impact did, even these two sessions? What positive impact did they have on your life, on you, and on others around you?
I think peace and self confidence. I like in the way you share things to me, really clear. Um, and that's exactly what I need. I don't want, or I don't yeah, I don't want to be like floating around, you know. I think that the impact or the things that you share towards me are really clear. So by
Mm,
consequence, in daily basis, I use and I think and I remember the things you said, the things we share, that has like a lot of impact every day, positive. I
mm,
use these tools, I use the things we work on the sessions in my daily basis so far. At the moment, I'm using them, and it helps me to regulate myself, helps me to feel more confidence. Well, it's according to what we're working with. So yeah.
right, right. Okay, and one last question, if I may. What would you tell someone who is watching it right now, this whole video, and is unsure about taking the next step?
Yeah, well, what I would say is first, they need to trust in that it's gonna work, because it's gonna work. Honestly, I will not gonna do a testimonial if it's not real, if it's not working, if it's something that is not gonna help me. I'm a really honest person,
Right.
and this is why I'm here, because I know, and honestly, I recommend to many people your work, because in the way you hold the space, that's one of the most important things, you know. So the people who are listening this, they there is no doubt that is gonna help. The only
Mm,
thing is what I call trust, and a jump of faith. That's what I call
right,
it.
right.
Sometimes before we jump into sessions, there are many thoughts that comes that make us step back, that
Mm,
doesn't help us to go for it.
right.
Many fears come before a session. What is this? Is gonna help me? A lot of uncertainty.
Mm,
But honestly, the only way to know that this exactly is gonna help is going and taking the step and taking the decision. Sometimes there are decisions that we don't need to think too much, and this is one of those ones. Because the mind works sometimes when we have a problem, or when we have misunderstandings or discordance in our life, is because something is not, our brain or our actions are not aligning,
right.
right? So by consequence, those thoughts are gonna make us step back, right? And that's exactly what we have to do first, to make the decision to say I will take it, and it's gonna work, because I know that it's gonna work, because I already have some sessions with you, and definitely are helping me a lot. And I recommend this to many people.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Well, first, to say thank you. I'm really grateful I met you in the perfect moment I needed, and also encourage people to dare to experience something, because you have many tools that doesn't matter the problem they have, you can help them.
Mm,
So just trust and enjoy the sessions, because these sessions are, I feel, really, really, really calm. That's what we need before to start our process. Calmness,
right.
and you hold the space in a perfect way. So thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much.
Very much. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate you taking this time. I wish you all the best. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I really thank you so much.